my name's Allison. I've been a member of Dementia NI for a few years now, and on the announcement of the lockdown and everything sort of stopping, I really found myself in a panic mode. I didn't know how I was going to cope with it. You know, it really did frighten me, the prospect of not being able to meet other people, not being able to get out and about and be involved with other things. You know, the majority of my involvement would be through Dementia NI and the church, and both of them just totally stopped. You know, no empowerment groups, no tennis, no rugby, you know, things that I loved, you know, just all of a sudden came to an end. And the first couple of weeks, I actually became quite into myself and quite sort of frightened by the whole prospect of it. And didn't go on Facebook, didn't sort of look at stuff, you know, I just sort of found myself becoming very down. And then one day I was sitting and I thought, I looked at my phone and I did go on Facebook again, and I seen that Dementia and I had started a Facebook group called In the Same Boat. And that is, I can honestly say that was a sort of a turning point, you know, because it was a way to connect with people again and to hear other people's stories and just general chit chat, you know, nothing serious, nothing too demoralizing, you know, nothing like the news, you know, it was all sort of upbeat sort of stuff. And that sort of gave me some sort of hope again. And then whenever the Zoom meeting sort of started up, you know, that was again was another lifeline, because again, it was a way of seeing people, it was a way of connecting, of having chats, of having some sort of crack again. Very similar to what would happen in the empowerment groups, but obviously not faced, you know, in the same room. But because of the setup and that, you sort of felt you were together. And it also was an opportunity to get to meet members from other groups that you wouldn't normally see, except for at big events, you know, when everybody would come together. And that's been lovely, because I really felt I've got to know a lot of people a lot better, you know, particularly people from down around Oman, Enniskillen, that sort of direction. You know, there's a few members down there that I would have known to say hello to and have a bit of a chat with, but not really. You know, and I really feel as if I've got to know them, and the connection is much stronger than it would have been before that. So that is a positive out of it all. And then there's the opportunity with other Zoom things, like there's the yoga, they've had sing-alongs, there's been you know, different events sort of on Zoom, the meditation on one of the evenings, you know, the relaxation, and then there's going to be the magic show. But so, as I say, where a lot of things have been taken away, there's been a lot of new things sort of added in as well, which is to say, I think has kept us all going and has given us something to live for. You know, yes, you don't have things in your diary or on your calendar anymore about going out, but you do have things that you can sort of connect to on a very regular basis, which is brilliant.
Okay, thank you. So what type of coping mechanisms have you used personally to help yourself get through the past number of weeks?
Yeah, coping mechanism wise, it's hard to sort of say. You know, I've just really been trying to keep myself sort of as active as I can. You know, say I would go out sort of walking with the dog, I would do that sort of on a daily basis. So I'd be out and about, puttering about in the garden a bit more than I probably would have normally done, because I wouldn't be a great gardener and wouldn't particularly enjoy it. But, you know, I have been enjoying it that bit more. You know, I've been, again, we got a pack sort of through, you know, with colouring in, and it seems strange, you know, but as one of the members even said this morning, it's like you're coming back to your childhood where you sit and colour in, but it actually is very relaxing, and I think just the repetition of that, you know, is very therapeutic. You know, and doing puzzles and, you know, just really sort of trying to keep myself as active as I can, both mentally and physically.
What benefits has it brought to you being able to join other people with dementia online through Zoom and the Facebook groups, to be able to still connect with other people who, as you say, are in the same boat and are in similar circumstances, or maybe not just so similar, but what benefit is it to you to be able to interact with these people at the
I
moment?
can't even begin to explain the benefit of being able to meet with others. You know, I honestly think without that, I think it would be very lonely. Even though I live in the house with other people, and the people I live with are brilliant and really supportive, but it's not the same as being able to communicate with others who are in the same situation as yourself, you know, with a dementia diagnosis. You know, so I would be getting as much benefit out of the Zoom meetings as I would have been getting out of the empowerment groups. And as I say, in a way, even a step beyond that, because there is the opportunity of meeting many more members. But I really miss some of the members that I would have been with on a regular basis, you know, who are not on Zoom, you know, and I miss sort of seeing them, and I sort of would think about them quite a lot.
Yeah. If there were other people out there who have a diagnosis of dementia and they're maybe thinking, you know, this is something that I would be interested in, and this is something that maybe would be good for me to come on and join, especially if they are isolated, if they're at home and not able to go out and be as independent as they were. What advice would you give them, or what would you say to them to reach out to them to join with the other members of Dementia NI at this time?
Yeah, my advice to them would be to get in contact with the like of yourself, you know, and to make that first step, you know, to be able to become connected. To me, it's vital. To me, it really was a lifeline right from the beginning, from my diagnosis, sort of being able to go into that first empowerment group, and to feel very much part of a team. And I know people maybe sort of don't, you think you're sort of saying stuff to sell it, but it's the truth. You know, it is the sort of support that you can get nowhere else. And as I say, you know, both my husband, my daughter, my son, everybody is very, very, very supportive of me. And you know, I know they're there, but it's not the same as being able to talk to somebody who totally understands the difficulties you're having or the challenges that you're coming up against. And as I say, just being able to have that peer support is, you know, you can't sort of quantify it. You can't sort of put a price on it. You know, it's priceless. It really is. It's amazing. So definitely, definitely get in contact.
Great. Thank you very much, Alison, for your time.
You're very welcome.